What's up, everybody? This is gonna be a new video, and Blitz is over here chewing on a bottle, and I just got to the shop. I'm gonna show you guys what's up. I already mentioned some of this stuff in the last video, but anyway, ended up having to take off the whole entire wheel hub assembly. Reason being, come on, man. Blitz, leave it. Nope, leave it. Reason being is because it just wouldn't come out, like the bolt that was stuck in there. We basically spent over like 100 bucks on the drill bits, and they just kept breaking. We got it off of the strut right here, but the bolt was still stuck inside of the actual hub. And actually, I can show you that right now. Let's see, where is it at? Right here, you can see. The other side looks like it's a little bit more, rounded out, but you can still see the bolt in there. So basically, I just ordered a whole nother one of these assemblies. That was going to be the easiest way to do this. And like I said, I already ordered this side axle, and then basically the whole entire harness is plugged in. I hooked up all of the lines yesterday. Power steering's on. AC down here is on. And then I just have to hook up this throttle cable, and then there's a couple more small things like this little ground right here. I think this is the cam angle sensor, so it grounds right there. And then just a couple more things like these two right here. And then let's see, one ground right here. It just hooks onto the throttle or to the intake manifold, and then just basically just run some vacuum hoses, and I'll be good to go. I still do have to put in the what's it called, heater hoses, and then also the radiator, but don't have to do that quite yet. The thing that I will be doing today, hopefully I can get it done today, basically right here where the shifter cables come in, or the shifter linkage and everything, the bottom one is on. I just have to put in the little cotter pin or whatever. This top one, it actually had a rubber bushing, and the rubber bushing wouldn't come off, and then inside of the rubber bushing there was like a metal, round thing that went over the stud coming out. Basically what's happening is it's not coming out, so we actually had to begin grinding it. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but I got a couple more drill bits. I got these two drill bits, and let's see, and I just realized that I don't even think this is for metal. It's not even for metal, but hopefully it will work. My other one, it's kind of dull, so anyways, got both of these, be able to get up in there and hopefully make some progress on it. Basically, I'm just grinding out all the old little like round thing that went over there, and it's almost out, but it just still doesn't quite fit over. It starts to go, but then it stops, so I just have to keep on grinding until it's done, until it's fixed. So that's gonna be my project for today, and then after that, if I do finish that like in a timely manner, I will most likely hook up the heater hoses, and then let's see what else. Most likely just basically just hook up everything else. Probably run the vacuum lines that need to be ran, like down here from the wastegate turbo, and then hook up the throttle cable and the fuel rail. Fuel rail's already in, but the fuel lines, and then yeah. Okay guys, so pretty much started grinding this thing, and I couldn't get everything, but anyways, I just basically have it like this. It's not the most professional stuff, but it's held on there tight, and then the other one is done right, but I'm about to get into the car and make sure it shifts right. It's starting to kind of rain outside a little bit, not bad, but anyways, let's see. Moment of truth. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Looks to still be holding on there well, so anyways, I'll eventually fix that. Most likely once I do the build, I will go ahead and just buy new shifter cables or shifter linkages, and then also just buy new bushings. because I don't really plan on, you know, keeping it stock for too long. So hopefully that holds off for a little bit. If not, I'll order them sooner. But I just kind of want to get it started. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and attach the fuel cables, and I'm going to attempt to put on the what is it called, the heater hoses, and then yeah, we'll see what happens next. Alright guys, I've been working on the Evo, got a lot of progress done. I just finished hooking up the battery stuff right here. So this is for the positive, and then this one right here is for the negative terminal. And then went ahead and threw the radiator in, got the heater hoses connected. This is one of them, and then the other one's down there, you can't really see it. Got the throttle cable in, it's connected, and then let's see, I think that's pretty much all I've done, but it took a bit. Oh, and then the other thing was, oh, I gotta tighten that. Oh, and I'm still missing one of these clamps. All the clamps that I have are a little bit too big, so I just have to run to the store, grab a smaller one, and then I also have to grab a slave cylinder for the clutch or transmission. And then what else? Oh yeah, and with the battery, there's supposed to be a battery tray right here somewhere, and there's not one. So I got to figure out how I'm going to be able to mount like a small battery right here. And then once I do the build, I will most likely be putting the battery in the back, so doing a battery relocation. But there's literally like nowhere to put a battery right now, so I'm kind of concerned, but I don't know, we'll figure it out. What's up? Okay, so back here at the shop, and I got a few things for today. Let me just show you guys. I got this hose clamp that I needed, so now everything in the engine bay is hooked up. I still do have to run these couple vacuum lines. Basically, I'm going to run these to this boost control solenoid, and then this boost control solenoid to the manifold, and then let's see, I have to run this boost gauge vacuum line. I already know where I'm going to run it. I'm going to run it straight to this. Basically, I'm just going to plug this in, and then let's see, and then I basically have to, where's it at, remove one of these things, and then that'll be good with the bay. And then the other thing that I got, it's like I was telling you guys yesterday, there's no spot for a battery, so I went and I got like 18 foot of this welding cable. So I'm gonna go ahead and relocate the battery to the trunk. It's not gonna be very fun, and I got a battery box, so that's that. I'm gonna run it to the trunk, and then also I ordered a new clutch slave cylinder right there. I just have to go pick it up. I'm actually waiting on the internet guy to get here. We're trying to get some internet here at the shop, so yeah. Alright guys, so the internet's being installed, and sitting here trying to get this stuff. So I just took off the rear seat, and I just pulled through part of the wire, as you guys can see right down there in that little crevice. So just gonna basically just pull it through, and I just have to figure out where I'm gonna run it. I'm most likely going to run it underneath the carpet right here, that way you can't see it. And then down there by the ECU plugs, there's a grommet in the firewall, and then I'll run it through there up to the batteries. So I'll show you guys what I do. Alright guys, so I ran it through the firewall grommet, and it comes out right here. And basically what I'll be doing is taking off this little positive connector, and I'll be putting on a ring connector on the end of this. Basically putting the ring connector right on top of that, and that's going to give me power. I'm going to leave all this other stuff stock, plugged into the fuse box right here, and everything good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and strip off some of this rubber coating, put on the spade connector, and then yeah. Alright guys, so I just finished running the wires. As you guys can see, there's nothing, can't see anything, looks stock. Same with right here, looks stock, you can't see any wires. And then up front, you're supposed to use a vice grip to put these big terminals on, but since I accidentally already ran the wire, I wasn't able to do that. So anyways, that's mine. Like I said, it's gonna hook up right there, and then in the back I am getting ready to drill the holes for the box right here. I'm gonna put it over here on the driver's side, and then basically I'm gonna use this bolt right here for the ground, or one of the strut bolts. I haven't decided, but probably this bolt right here. So I'll have it going straight across, and then this will be my power wire, and I will have the power wire hooked up. I'm obviously gonna trim this a little bit. One part of this is gonna be for the ground, one part's gonna be for the positive, and then I'll show you guys putting the terminals on, and then it'll be done. And for some added protection, you should probably put like a switch, like a breaker, or like a fuse, inline fuse or something, you know, like right after the positive terminal. That's what I did with my 240 and everything else. But they sell like $200 kits online for battery relocation, and none of those have one in there, so apparently it's okay not to run one. So I'll probably end up putting an inline fuse anyway, but for now this is just going to be it. Boom. What's up, guys? It's like 98 degrees outside. It is super hot. I gotta charge this battery soon. Bliss is inside. We just played a little bit, so he's gonna cool off. And basically with this, I pretty much am done with this battery relocation. Here's the wire right here. Basically all I need to do is just put on the battery terminals here in the back. I already cut off my section for the ground wire, and I already put on this. I just have to put some electrical tape around it, and then I also have to kind of trim it a little bit. And then as far as that goes, I got a big box of goodies. First off, I've got my clutch slave cylinder because mine's bad. So got a new clutch slave cylinder. And then in this big box, well, kind of small box, but a lot of stuff is jammed in it. I've got, I'm not going to pull out everything, but I've got exhaust gaskets for the whole entire exhaust. I've got some exhaust bolts. I found the downpipe bolts finally because they're weird bolts with springs. And then let's see, in this I have another wheel stud for some reason. And then in this is what I've been waiting for. Let me show you guys. This is the new inner axle. So basically this side is going to be sticking out, but basically this whole thing slides into the transfer case, and then the axle is what slides onto the end of this so it can turn. So I'm going to probably put this thing in today and then finish the battery relocation. And then wait, what else was in here? I forget. Okay, yeah, so the ECU and the immobilizer also got here, and this is basically what I was waiting for. So technically I should be able to give it a test start either today or tomorrow. One thing is I don't have the MAF sensor, so if it does start it wouldn't run very good, and I also don't have the upper intake pipe. I'm waiting until Sunday to get those from my buddy. He's out of town, but it still probably would start. Like I said, just wouldn't run too well. Yeah, so, and also I'm still waiting on this whole entire hub assembly over here because I ordered a new one because I couldn't get the bolt out. But with that being said, it still should be able to dry, or not dry, but it still should be able to start. So I don't know, we'll see what happens, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I finished up the battery relocation. I'm gonna tuck that and everything later on, but for now it's plugged up. And then let's see, back here I hooked on the red positive terminal, the negative, and then I bolted it down to the frame, so it's not going anywhere. Battery box isn't going anywhere, so just need a battery now. Not too sure which one I'll get, probably an Optima, either red or yellow top, because that's just what I always end up getting. And then next I will most likely run these vacuum lines, and if I don't do that, I'll either put on this slave cylinder or go ahead and put in this inner axle, which actually I might do that. Okay guys, just got this axle in, and then put this rotor on. I'm gonna stop there for tonight, but I went to put on the brake caliper and looks like some brake fluid got on the paint, so I'm just touching up one little spot, and hopefully it doesn't look too bad. And then yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow.